Hello and welcome to the studio again. For those that are back with me at Lifestyle, it's lovely to see your faces, and for those that unfortunately can't be back with us, then this is the sort of stretch class that we've been doing this week. So if you've got your mat, you've got your cushions, lying down for me please. Feet and knees hip distance apart, so place the feet together. Just open the toes out to the side and then put the heels in line with the toes. So roughly hip distance apart. Your spine is in neutral, so pubic bone and hip bones level. So you've got the natural curve of your spine. And to find that, bring your pubic bone higher than your hip bone. Lower back goes onto mat and then release to neutral. And then take hip bone higher than pubic bone. Horrible arch of back. Release back to neutral. So no muscular contraction, hold your pubic bone and hip bones level. Engage the pelvic floors to 25% of their maximum contraction. And take a breath in and out. And take a breath in and out. The ribs come down and together. And take a breath in and out. And take a breath in. As you breathe out, engage the abdominal muscles and the glute muscles and very carefully put your lower back onto the mat. And then release to neutral. And take a breath in. As you breathe out, very carefully lower that back onto the mat. So you're engaging your abdominal muscles and those glute muscles. Pelvic floors are engaged and then release to neutral. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, using the abs and the glutes, just place that lower back onto the mat and release back to neutral. Feet and knees together. And then just allow the knees to fall out to either side as you place the soles of the feet together, heels and toes if you can, and just allow the weight of those knees to open out the groin, keeping in that neutral spine, natural curve of the spine, pelvic floors engaged. Just relax and let those muscles stretch. And gently bounce those knees if you want. And take a breath in and out. And take a breath in and out. Very carefully bring those knees together. Open the toes, open the heels and release. Place the hands behind the head, interlacing the fingers, and then holding your neutral spine, just lift your head away from the mat. Just look towards that knee, those knees, not up at the ceiling. So stretch the back of the neck. Breathe in and out to lower. And then just lift the head away. Look to those knees as you feel the stretch down the back of the neck. And release. And just lift the head, looking towards the knees. So you don't want to be looking face up to the ceiling. And release down. Feet and knees hip distance apart, neutral spine, those spine curls. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, pubic bone higher than hip bone. Lift that spine up a vertebrae at a time to the bottom of the shoulder blade. Breathing in and out to roll back through to neutral. And take a breath in. As you breathe out, use those abdominal muscles to peel that spine off the mat to the bottom of the shoulder blades. Breathing in and out to release back. Keep those knees going forward and long. Don't let them fall out to the side, so hold through those adductor muscles You lift to the bottom of the shoulder blades. Breathing in and out. Pelvic floor is engaged as you roll back through to neutral. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, pubic bone higher than hip bones, lifting that spine up. Hold with the glutes as you breathe in and out. Place each vertebrae down in turn. Keep pubic bone high till the lower back goes down. Once the lower back's released, you can release back to neutral. And take a breath in. As you breathe out, pubic bone higher than hip bones. Lift that spine up to the bottom of the shoulder blades. Breathing in and out to roll back through to neutral. Lying onto your right sides for me, please. You will need the hard and soft cushions. So head towards front of both cushions, shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip. The gap between the waist and the mat, so don't collapse in the middle. Breathe in, fingertips up to the ceiling, follow with the head and eye. Settle the arm, stabilise and rotate. Keep those knees on the floor as you rotate. Breathing in and out. In and out to take the arm back over. And breathe in, fingertips up to the ceiling. Drop the arm into the shoulder socket. Now keep that arm going over as you rotate. Breathing in and out. In and out to take the arm back over. And last one, breathe in, fingertips up to the ceiling. Settle the arms, stabilise and rotate. Breathing in and out. In and out to take the arm back over. Just relax the upper body, but keep shoulder over shoulder. And just squeeze the top leg open. Try and keep the heels and toes again together as you open that top leg. So breathe in to open. Don't let that hip roll back. Imagine that wall's right at the back of you, so you can't let that hip go back. Or my leg usually is the case. So keep those hips looking forward. Squeeze the leg open and close. And 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 squeeze the leg open and close. Okay, lying onto the opposite side for me, please. So turning over, you can see my back for a change. So shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip, heels in line, sit bones, the gap between the waist and the mat. Fingers long, but not quite meeting. Breathe in, fingertips up to the ceiling, follow with the head and eyes. Settle the arms, so drop it into that shoulder socket. And then continue the rotation through your rib, not your arm. You don't want to bend that hand back to get down. Breathing in and out. In and out to take the arm back over. And breathe in, fingertips up to the ceiling. Settle the arm into the shoulder socket. Continue the rotation so your arms are in a straight line. Breathing in and out. In and out to take the arm back over. And breathe in, fingertips up to the ceiling. Settle the arm. Continue the rotation through the rib. Keep the knees on the floor as you breathe in and out. In and out to take the arm back over. Upper body's relaxed. Keep those shoulders stabilised. Squeeze the top leg open. Don't let that hip roll back and close the leg down. And squeeze the leg open and close. And squeeze the leg open and close. Keep the heels and toes together, the hips looking forward, the pelvic floor is engaged. And squeeze the leg open. And close. You should feel that in your glute muscle. Squeeze the leg open. And close. And squeeze the leg open. And close. Coming into the 4-point kneel for me, please. So, heel of hands underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips. Now, be careful that you're not putting your weight forward onto your hands, therefore your thighs aren't straight, they're going on the diagonal. So, keep the hips over the knees. Lengthen through the crown of the head and don't drop into those shoulders. Lift away. Neutral spine, take a breath in. As you breathe out, arch that spine to the ceiling. Let the head and tailbone curl under. Breathing in and out to lengthen back to neutral. When you come back to neutral, keep looking down. Don't stick the head up in the air. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, you use those abdominal muscles to send that belly button and breastbone up to the ceiling. Let the head and tailbone curl under. Breathing in and out to lengthen back to neutral. And take a breath in. As you breathe out, use those abdominal muscles to arch that spine to the ceiling. Let the head and tailbone curl under. Breathing in and out to lengthen. And take a breath in. As you breathe out, use those abdominal muscles, arch that spine to the ceiling. Breathing in and out to lengthen. Last one, take a breath in. As you breathe out, use those abdominal muscles to arch that spine to the ceiling. Breathing in and out to lengthen. Sitting back on your wrist for a second. So we did the forearm stretch by going on all fours in class, but for this one, if you want to stay sitting up, just take your right arm forward and hold the fingers with your left hand. Just pull that hand back so you're getting a stretch through the forearm. For some of you, quite unpleasant. Just hold it a little bit longer. Make sure your shoulders are stabilised. And release. And then change. So take the left arm out. Hold the fingers so those fingers point down. Feel the stretch through that forearm. And then we'll just go into cat stretch, shell stretch. So toes together, knees apart. Just take those arms forward, stabilise the shoulders and lift the tummy away from the thighs. And take a breath in. As you breathe out, walk your hands towards the right till you feel a lovely stretch down the left-hand side of the body. Try and keep the hips in contact with your feet if you can. Breathe in and then breathe out to walk the hands back to centre. And then walk the hands towards the left till you feel a lovely stretch down the right-hand side of the body. Try and keep the arms shoulder distance apart, don't come together. Breathing in and out to walk the hands back to centre. Just one more each side, so take a breath in. As you breathe out, walk the hands towards the right so you feel a lovely stretch down the left-hand side of the body. On the stretch, breathe in and out to walk the hands back to centre. And take a breath in. As you breathe out, walk the hands towards the left. Come to the stretch where you breathe in to expand it and out to walk the hands back. Okay, coming up to sitting for me, please. So coming up sitting, we're going to go into roll back. So feet and knees hip distance apart, sitting up tall on those sit bones, so shoulders over hips. Take those arms forward, shoulder distance height, shoulder distance apart. Dip the chin, flex over those legs. Breathe in. As you breathe out, roll back off those sit bones, hollow out those abdominal muscles. Breathe in to take the arms overhead and breathe out to come back. Keep that C curve to the spine as you take a breath in. As you breathe out, roll back off those sit bones, hollowing out those abs. Breathe in to take the arms up and breathe out to return. And take a breath in. As you breathe out, roll back off those sit bones, hollow out those abs. Breathe in to take the arms up and breathe out to return. And take a breath in. As you breathe out, roll back off those sit bones, hollow out those abs. Breathe in to take the arms up and breathe out to return. And take a breath in. As you breathe out, roll back off those sit bones, hollowing out those abs. Breathe in to take the arms up and breathe out to return. Okay. If you're going to roll down and come towards the edge of the mat, if you're just going to lie down, then just lie down for me. So if you're rolling down, take those arms long over the legs. Breathe in, start to roll back. Breathe out when the lumbar spine goes down, placing each vertebrae down in turn. Take the arms overhead and then bring them down by your side as you bend those knees in, feet flat on the floor. So we're just going into your toe taps in single and double time, leg extensions, single and double time. Just put my head into the picture, or the whole of my head into the picture. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, imprint the spine. So slide the ribs towards the hips, holding those abdominal muscles flat. Lift one leg and then the other leg safely into tabletop. Hands behind the head if you're challenging, or hands behind the head. If you're challenging, dip the chin, curl to the bottom of the shoulder blades, those abs flat. Breathe in, dip the right toe onto the floor. Breathe out to return. Breathe in, dip the left toe and return. Alternate toe taps. Try not to let the back arch or those tummy muscles down. And breathe. Look to those knees, not up at the ceiling. Keep in that flexion, so work those abdominal muscles. Just one more each side and then to double time. Both legs moving together, making it harder to hold through those abdominal muscles. Breathe, don't hold your breath. Talk to me if you must. Say hello. At least I know you're breathing then. And hug those legs in, head goes down. Ooh. So we're going to do the leg extensions. So just get our breath back a little. So take a breath in and out. And in and out. Then bring the legs back into tabletop, lifting them within imprinted spine if you put the feet down. Again, hands behind the head, thumbs at the base of the skull. Dip the chin. Use those abdominal muscles as you curl to the bottom of the shoulder blades. Now breathe in, slide the right leg away, 45-degree angle, breathe out to return. And slide the left leg away and return. Again, hold through those abdominal muscles. Don't let that back arch or the tummy muscles down. The pelvic floors are engaged. Keep that breath going. Harder this second time. Abdominal muscles getting a little tired. So let's take it into double time. Both legs moving together. Again, keep curl to the bottom of the shoulder blades. Don't let that back arch. Just one more each side, and then hug those knees in, head goes down. I'll just bring you back onto my screen. Let's put the word in. One day I'm going to tell you that, aren't I, by mistake. There we go. Back with me. So keeping the hands behind the head, feet on the floor. Cross your right leg over your left leg so there's no gap between the two. And keeping your shoulders on the mat, just allow your legs to roll to the right. You should feel a lovely stretch down the left-hand side of the body. And just breathe. Let your body relax into that stretch. And then just bring the legs back. Keep right leg over left leg and allow the legs to roll to the left. Again, keep the shoulders on the mat and use your abdominal muscles as your brakes so you don't tipple over. And breathe. Bring the legs back to centre and cross the left leg over the right leg so no gap between your thighs, and then just allow the legs to roll to the left. Again, lovely stretch down the right side of the body. And breathe. And bring the legs back to centre and allow the legs to roll to the left. Right, right. Opposite of left, right. Just breathe, allowing the body to relax to increase the stretch. And bring the legs back, centre. Feet and knees hip distance apart, neutral spine. Fold your right leg into tabletop, hands underneath the knees. Keeping your lower back on the mat, slide your right leg away. Now you should feel a stretch through your groin. You're not tight in the groin, just enjoy that stretch. And then the one we all love. Place your right hand at the side of your knee, your left hand down your shin. Push the leg across your body, keeping it as close to your chest as you can. And then just pull that leg around, that shin around. So now you've got the piriformis stretch. Whoa. That's lovely. Again, just breathe to let those muscles relax. And then bring the leg back. And then fold the left leg in, hands underneath the knees so you're not pulling over that knee joint. Slide the right leg away, keep your lower back on the mat. So there's your hip flexor stretch. Placing the left hand at the side of the knee, the right hand halfway down your shin, keeping your knee as close to your chest as possible. Push the leg diagonally across the leg and pull that shin around for your piriformis. More distance between your heel and your knee, your heel and your glute. the more deeper into that muscle it goes. Feeling that stretch. And bring the leg back and release. Okay, lying under your tummies for me, please. So you're going to go onto your tummy. Cushions needed if under hip bones if needed to help you keep you neutral, but hold through those abdominal muscles. Feet and knees are hip distance apart, your arms long overhead, shoulder distance apart. Tip of nose onto floor, not nose and chin or nose and forehead. And using your abdominal muscles to hold you neutral, breathe in, right arm, left leg, lift away from that strong centre and lower. Left arm, right leg. Head stays on the floor when you do the smaller swimming movement. Breathing in to lift, breathing out to lower. Just one more each side, and then take the legs wide, the arms at the angle, the tip of nose onto floor, rib and hip connection. Breathe in, slide the shoulder blades down the back and start to lift the upper body. When the elbows want to lift, push into long arms coming up to your pubic bone. And breathe out to lower elbows, then nose go down. And breathe in, slide the shoulder blades down the back and start to lift the upper body. Remember, the wider you are in your elbows, the more movement in your thoracic spine, the easier to get up towards that pubic bone. So slide the shoulder blades down the back, start to lift. When the elbows want to lift, use the hands pushing up towards the pubic bone. Keep lengthening those legs away. As you lower back down, elbows, then nose go down. And breathe in, slide the shoulder blades down the back. Start to lift, pushing into long arms. And lower back down. And slide the shoulder blades down the back. Start to lift, keep lengthening those legs away as you push into those long arms. And breathe out to lower. We'll make the next one the last one. So slide the shoulder blades down the back and push into those long arms. And lower back down. Now bring the feet and knees hip distance apart and put your elbows directly underneath your shoulders. And just lift your tummy away from the floor. So you're in the Sphinx position. And then just release. And then just use your abdominal muscles to lift that Sphinx position. Hold with those abs. And release. Again, don't bring your head up. Keep your head in line with your spine. Use those abdominal muscles to lift that tummy away from the mat. And release. And we'll just do one more. I like it where small exercises are more difficult. Lift. Use those tummy muscles. And release. Place the hands underneath the shoulders and push back into your shell stretch. Toes together, knees apart. Sit back on those heels. Lift the ribs away from the thighs. Take a breath in and out. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, roll up through the spine. Stack the vertebrae up and lengthen. Okay, coming up to sitting for me, please. So we'll go, ooh, yes, another sock problem. I do have a lot of problems with my socks. Can't remember who mentioned that in class this week. So right foot up left leg, imagine a beach ball underneath your tummy as you roll over the top. Now make sure your heel and your thigh, your hip are in a straight line. I notice that sometimes people just go up to one side, so you want to be in a straight line. And then just lean over the top. And you should feel a stretch down the back of the hamstring. If you can hold the toe, then hold the toe to get more of a stretch into that calf and hamstring muscle. Just gently, nothing has to be too much. Just gentle hold. Don't have to force stretches. Stretches shouldn't be forced. And then coming up. And then slide left leg up right leg. And then just think as you just roll over, just lifting your tummy away from that thigh. Foot inflection up to the ceiling to stretch the hamstring and the calf muscle. And then coming up, we'll bring the soles of the feet together and increase the stretch with your elbows. So pushing those knees outwards. Feel the stretch through the adductors. And then sitting cross-legged. Just take the arms down by your side. Breathe in, take the right arm up and side stretch over. Breathing in and out to return. And breathe in, take the left arm up, side stretch over. Breathing in and out to return. And breathe in, take the right arm up, stabilize that shoulder as you rotate. On the out breath, breathe in and out to return. And breathe in, take the left arm up. Remember to sit tall. Don't collapse in the middle. Think about that rib and hip distance. Breathing in and out to return. So I want to see you long here, not collapsing down. And breathe in, take the right arm up and side stretch over. Breathing in and out to return. And breathe in, take the left arm up and side stretch over. Breathing in and out to return. So just bring the elbows together, hands together, fingers together, interlace the fingers, and then we'll just rotate the wrists. So stretching those wrists out. I might do a showy off bit at the end of this class. I've been demonstrating most of the classes this week. I am on my own, so if I don't get help, that could be a problem. And release. Okay, coming up to kneeling for me, please. I forgot side stretch. Forgot the back stretch. So take the legs wide, hands on knees, sitting up tall. Take a breath in, dip the chin. Slide ribs towards hips as you reach towards those toes. Breathing in and out to lengthen. I'm not going back to the start now. And take a breath in, dip the chin. Slide ribs towards hips as you reach towards those toes. Breathing in and out to lengthen. And take a breath in. As you breathe out, dip the chin. Slide ribs towards hips as you reach towards those toes. Breathing in and out to lengthen. And take a breath in. As you breathe out, dip the chin. Slide ribs towards hips as you reach towards those toes. Breathing in and out to left. Okay. Coming up to kneeling for me, please. This time we are coming up to kneeling. So kneeling right on top of those heels. Okay, I'll just put the screen slightly so you can see me. It's better. And then take the arms forward. And then just take your shoulders over your heels, using those abdominal muscles to hold. You're stretching those calves. Not the calves, the quads. And release. And just lean back. And release. And just lean back. And release. Should we lean back and hold? So just take those shoulders back. Lean back. Let's hold for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5, 5. Ooh, you might feel that tomorrow. Okay, coming up to standing for me, please, with your hard pad. So I'll just move the mat out of the way. We don't want an unstable surface. So standing up for me, please. Put the ball of the right foot onto the left-hand side of the pad. Step to the side of the pad and take your weight slightly forward. This knee can be bent slightly, just so that you're feeling that stretch in the back of the calf. You all got that stretch? And then change. So put the ball of the left foot onto the right hand side of the pad. Step to the side of the pad and put your weight forward. Again, if you need a wall, you can hold onto the wall. Completely lost my head, haven't you? So have I, so it doesn't really matter. I'll get in there before everybody else does. And release. Okay, kick the pad away. Feet and knees hip distance apart. Knees soft, neutral spine, lengthen through the crown of the head. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, dip the chin. Slide ribs towards hips as you roll down the front of the body. Keep the weight evenly across the soles of the feet. Breathing in and out to roll up through the spine. Stack the vertebrae up and drop those sit bones straight down. So neutral spine. And up. Rise through the crown of the head onto tiptoe and lower. I'll do the next one side on so you can see that neutral spine, I hope. Take a breath in, dip the chin. Slide ribs towards hips as you roll down the front of the body. Let the arms and head hang. Breathing in and out to roll up through the spine. Stack the vertebrae up and drop those sit bones straight down. So you don't want to be forward, straight down. So you're in your neutral. And up. Now rise through the heels as you lift onto tiptoes. Try not to put your weight forward to knock you off balance. And lower. Take a breath in, dip the chin. Slide ribs towards hips as you roll down the body. Breathing in and out to roll up through the spine. Stack the vertebrae up and lengthen. And drop those sit bones straight down. And up. Rise through the crown of the head onto tiptoe. Hold through those abs. Oops, lost it. So rise. And up. Much easier in the studio without a carpet and pads underneath. Roll down the body. Just let the arms and head hang. Breathing in and out to roll up through the spine. Stack the vertebrae up and lengthen. Drop those hip bones straight down. And rise up through the crown of the head. And lower. Okay. So, shoulders. Just circle those shoulders forward. And then circle them backwards. I'll just put you back on the screen as you go. Then shoulder backwards. And slide the shoulders up. Slide them down, slide them up, and slide them down, and slide them up, and slide them down. Okay, so this is my showy off bit, but I've wanted to do this since I was 13 years old, and through lockdown, I decided to try and do the splits. So I haven't got all the way down, but I've got a lot further than I've ever got in my 63 years. So this is me attempting the splits. So you take it out and I lower and I go down and down and down and down, almost there. But to say I couldn't do that before lockdown, I'm rather pleased with myself. I can go all the way down, but I go a bit out of skew. But I got there. So thank you very much, and oh, you're going to see me come up. Not very elegantly. So thank you for watching the video and participating with me, and I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye. Of course, this is where I don't lock you off straight away.